Iron Claw movie comes out this week. And I got a chance to see it. And I will tell you, it's a really well done movie, but boy, is it a tough watch just to see everything that family went through, during that period of time. I mean, they, a couple criticisms of it, but overall, the movie was fantastically
Which
done.
criticisms? Go ahead.
I mean, the two things that stand out to me is one of the brothers just wasn't even covered. They just cut him out of the whole film.
Yeah.
And the director said because there'd be too much tragedy in one movie and it'd make the movie longer.
Yeah.
I understand somewhat from a narrative perspective, but also when you know that they had 6 boys and 5 of them died.
Yeah. I get it. Yeah.
I feel like that's more impactful.
Yeah. I understand, but I understand from the director side as well.
I get it. No, I definitely understand what he's saying. It just to me, it's like if you're gonna tell a story, tell the story.
Yeah, I get it. I was just what reason I say I get it because I've talked to like certain writers that's talking about writing my story and it's a whole lot. It's really a whole lot, and it's so hard to get everything in there. Sometimes they want to intertwine stuff together, to try to make it still close but embellish the story to where it can still make it impactful. Did you? Let me ask you this: was it still impactful to you? Because you just said it was a whole lot to go through dealing with seeing what you saw. So, do you think adding more would have been more impactful or not?
I mean, it's hard to say because I think that the one thing,
it's a very simple question.
No. Let me explain. I think what the movie did is it was 2 hours and it was a dense 2 hours, and you felt like wow, like by the end of it, yes, you felt impacted by the story.
Think about
and what was great is I watched it with the Mrs. Farah, who didn't know a whole lot, if anything, about the Von Erich.
See, that's my point. That's where my point comes in, because Farah, she doesn't really know the story of the Von Erich, so she's going to still be impacted, still the same. Unlike you, knowing every bit and piece of the story and wanting to know every bit. And the reason I say that is because I just watched George Foreman's story on the plane, and they showed every facet and forms of George Foreman's life and career chronologically, and I was like, man, that really wasn't that great of a movie, but it was good. But it was a good movie.
But again, yeah, when you know certain things, you're like, wait, this isn't this isn't that when it happened.
Exactly.
And I get that. And so, but as a wrestling fan, lifelong, and somebody's worked in the business, I am critical a lot of times of wrestling movies and just say like, man, are they doing the art form justice? Are they really telling it like it is? And they did. They respected the craft in this movie. They respected the story. They respected the history. The gentleman Holt McCallney, I think is how you say his last name, who played Fritz Von Erich. Book when you see this movie, that guy is Fritz Von Erich. It's kind of scary how great he is. Now, my only other criticism, and this is more of a superficial one, and I'm not hating on the actor who played Ric Flair. Ric Flair's in the movie, but the guy who plays Ric Flair, even again, Farah, who I was watching it with, we looked at each other and went, I don't know about this guy. It seemed like some guy who like, and he could be a great actor, but just seemed like somebody who saw a couple Flair videos and was like, oh yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
And it didn't feel like the Nature Boy. The guy who played Harley Race, great job. The guy who played Bruiser Brody, great job.
Yeah.
MJF's in the movie for a second, literally, maybe like 2 seconds.
Wow.
But he's in the movie. And Chavo's in the movie. I think he did all the stunt coordination.
Yeah. I was listening to Chavo talk about it on somebody's podcast. Chavo's he's found his niche, man. It's pretty cool. Him being the trainer of the stars, so to speak.
It's also a testament to how many projects are involving wrestling recently.
Yeah.
Even that he's worked on. But the movie was very well done. Zac Efron, who's always kind of had that High School Musical thing attached to him. Man, does he shine in the movie as Kevin Von Erich?
Yeah.
You believe that's Kevin?
I'm looking forward to checking it out. I'm sure as soon as it come across the screen, I'll click on it, check it out.